Here in this video, we will go over all of your Tesla stock breaking news, but I have to say, I'm surprised. Tesla stock is down about 1.5% at the time of recording this video because the equal weight S&P, the RSP, is up 0.37% today, hitting a new all-time high. You also have the Dow Jones Industrial Average that is up 1/3%, and the Russell 2000, which is basically flat on the day today, versus the Nasdaq down 1% and the S&P down, as I said, about 1/3%. So what's going on? Well, the sectors that you would expect to do well with Fed rate cuts are outperforming today. Small caps, the Dow, value, cyclicals. Big tech, not so much. Tesla, not so much. Although I don't think big tech should be doing well, and it makes sense why big tech is selling off. Tesla, to be grouped in that category, doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And honestly, I'm surprised we're selling off and not rallying higher. Tesla is the most interest rate sensitive company, I think, period. It's also a company that is of high quality, that you could say is in a new transition in its business that is really going to be helped out from rates going lower. That's robotaxis, that's Optimus potentially launching by the end of 2025. Tesla is a stock that should be benefiting from rate cuts, and it's not being treated like that today. It is performing in line with other big tech stocks, and why I really want to point this out is because this is to your opportunity. You know, Apple's down 3.5%, Nvidia's down 2.5%, Meta's down 1%, Amazon's down 1.5%, Microsoft's down 0.2%, Google barely positive, up 1/3%. This makes sense to me. Big tech selling off as we head into Fed rate cuts. But Tesla, if Tesla gets sold off along the same lines as big tech, I think that could present a very attractive opportunity because almost instantly Wall Street's going to realize, oh wait, Tesla actually benefits from rate cuts, and probably see a pretty sharp bounce back in the stock. Because this price action is really just being caused by algorithms. This is not people saying, oh yeah, we want to sell Tesla stock because we're about to get a 50 basis point rate cut. No, this is algorithms that are selling Tesla stock because everything else is selling off, because investors are selling big tech, so they put in sell orders as well into Tesla. They kind of just group Tesla into that category. Now, you will also notice that the VIX is up 6.28% today, and I am expecting a lot of volatility this week. As I talked about in prior videos, you're probably going to get a sell the news effect coming on Wednesday, okay? You're probably going to get a market that sells off 5 to 10%. Why? Back in 2019 on August 1st, same kind of economy that we had then and now, some fears of a recession, a lot of people in the soft landing camp. Well, in 2019, upon the first Fed cut, markets sold off 7% in 4 days. 4 days. Like, within a week. I'm not going to go out and say we're going to get something that fast again, but it is certainly a possibility. And given that markets are trading near all-time highs, I think that's the most likely scenario, is that we do get a sell the news event for a couple of days. And if Tesla stock sells the news, which I would expect they would if everything else does, then that would present a very attractive buying or even trading opportunity heading into October 10th. Because I don't think there's any hype for the robotaxi event that, in my opinion, deserves some hype. It deserves some kind of a rally heading into that event. And I think it is very likely that we get some kind of rally into that event after we get the first Fed cut and the freak out moment that will come. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and get into some Tesla stock news today. And this is not specifically Tesla, but it is worth mentioning. Mercedes will start producing its first fully electric heavy truck the Acros 600 in November of this year. Apparently, you can charge this thing from 20% to 80% in 30 minutes, and it has a 300-mile range. It is being reported that September is expected to mark a significant milestone in Norway, with the number of electric vehicles on the road set to exceed that of petrol vehicles. Now, this is pretty cool. We are getting a construction update of Tesla's Hollywood Diner and Supercharger, with final grading of the parking and charging lot that is happening and the installation of decorative LEDs to the outside of the diner. And here are the images that we can see. You got a lot of progress has been done on this thing in a very short amount of time. Honestly, I can't wait till this thing opens. And it is being reported that the Cybertruck deliveries are about to start in Mexico. And the Tesla Semi has made it to Germany for the International Automotive Trade Fair. Tesla has a full booth with the semi-charger that is next to the truck. Dan Priestley will share new information and findings about Tesla's semi-truck pilot program with PepsiCo during a live talk. Tesla recently posted a new job listing to help bring the Tesla Semi to Europe, seeking a business development manager to build and maintain customer relationships and plan for Tesla's future semi-truck deployments. And it seems like some people are coming to the realization that the Cybertruck is taking over the electric truck market. Jesse D. Jenkins on X writes, "Welp, I could not have been more wrong. Not only has the Lightning or R1T not outsold the Cybertruck, as I predicted last year, but in July, sales of the Cybertruck Foundation Series priced at $100,000 nearly matched all of other EV trucks combined." And I think Sawyer Merritt makes a great point here. He says, just wait until the less expensive Cybertruck comes out, and that's when things are going to get pretty crazy. Now, option activity today for Tesla is on the negative side. You have seen 16 different institutional trades totaling $4.93 million with a positive order value of 29%. It does seem like there is quite a bit of shorting activity in Tesla stock today. You have borrowed shares of 426,500 and return shares of 55,000. So almost 10 times more shorting today than shorts covering. Short interest of free float as a total is sitting at 2.86%. You have $18.3 billion currently sold short in Tesla stock, totaling 79.41 million shares. Now, over on StockTwits, Tesla's sentiment is bearish at 37. Yesterday, you were neutral at 49. Message volume today is low at 43, although better than yesterday at 34, and the participation ratio today is the highest it's been in a while at 58. So that means there's more people talking about Tesla stock. And as you can see here, the percent of stocks currently trading above their 50-day moving average is at 58.88%. You're actually up 1.65% today. So 1.65% of all stocks are breaking above their 50-day moving average today. So today's actually not a bad day for broad generalized markets. Just certain areas are not having a good day. Take a look at CNN's Fear and Greed indicator. You are neutral at 49, in the same spot that we were at on Friday. Treasury yields today are down 2 basis points to 3.62%, which is the lowest you have been now in this cycle. I believe this is the lowest you have been since at least May of 2023. Now, here today for the September 18th Fed meeting this Wednesday, there is a 60% chance of a 50 basis point cut priced in by the markets and only a 40% chance of a 25 basis point cut. So if these odds stay the same heading into Wednesday, the Fed's going to cut rates by 50 basis points. We have not gotten any other articles from Nick Timmerhouse, also known as Nicky Leaks. We have not gotten any other economic data. So this is really just the markets placing their bets on what the Fed is going to do. And right now, they're saying 50 basis points. Also have some economic data coming out tomorrow with retail sales that will move these odds around quite a bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get another article from Nick Timmerhouse, especially if retail sales are going to be on the stronger side and the Fed still wants to do 50 basis points, because if retail sales come out tomorrow and they're strong, the markets are going to go back to a 25 basis point cut versus 50. Now, it's also being reported that Volkswagen is weighing cutting 15,000 staff jobs on a certain plant closure. The automaker could shutter production facilities without needing approval from the supervisory board, leading to a possible provisions as much as $4.4 billion in the fourth quarter. The board has in the past blocked management's restructuring efforts. Volkswagen said unions should feel pressure to reach new agreements, while Volkswagen will be in a position to force layoffs. They say there is a risk of plant disruption, but unions can only strike on pay, not plant closure or layoffs if the latter are not contractually protected. So yeah, Volkswagen is facing a lot of problems right now. And this could also be affecting Tesla's stock, because let's face it, if one large automaker is not doing well at all, talking about closing down plants, that's not a good sign for the rest of them as well. That's not good for Tesla. So let me know what you think about this information down below in the comments section. Again, I'm surprised Tesla's not trading like a small cap, like an interest rate sensitive stock that would benefit from rate cuts, like those areas are today, right? Small caps, areas of the markets that specifically benefit from rates falling are actually doing well today, and Tesla's not being grouped in that category. We'll talk about this a little bit more in the next video, as well as the data coming out tomorrow and what you need to know. So thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.